Welcome to this video, guys, where we are trying to understand what are the different applications of machine learning in the real world. And I can just keep on talking about machine learning applications for a day and they won't last. Right? I can just keep on talking for 8 hours about like different machine learning algorithms, but the fact is that we, whether we realize it or not, we are like 100% affected by the machine learning applications around the world. No matter what you do, no matter what kind of application or IT services you are affected with, you are impacted with machine learning. If you think that you don't even own a mobile phone, and then you're not affected with machine learning, I won't agree with that, because even banks are using machine learning algorithms to do multiple stuff, right? So I'm going to talk about the various stuff about like which are the most common thing, because there are too many examples of machine learning, but it will give you some kind of idea that how this brain of artificial intelligence is being used in real world. So first thing which I wanted to talk about is similar pins, right? And the similar pins are the similar kind of thing which you might have seen on Pinterest or even on Google Photos. You might have seen that your machine is able to identify the similar kind of people from even the thousands of images, and it shows that the particular person is present in that image. And I'm not sure if you have seen this phenomena, like for example, if you've been to the Facebook like around say 7 or 8 years back, then machine, whenever somebody uploads a photograph, it asks you to tag people, and sometimes you tag the right people, sometimes you don't tag the right people. Wherever you get to see this, drag the square and then you tag somebody randomly over there. Soon it was able to identify that there is a human face involved in this image, and people need to tag only that person. So once you pick up the face of a person, you can tag only the number of faces are there, you can tag only that much number of people in the photograph. And you might have seen this by now. Your machines are advanced enough because of machine learning. It is advanced enough to understand that there is a photograph, there are like 15 people in this photograph, and Sudhanshu Saxena is present in that particular photograph, and it also create a square on the face and says that Sudhanshu Saxena is present in this photograph, would you like to tag him? If you realize, there is a learning which is happening on the basis of data. Machines are learning on the basis of the data that the person present in this image is Sudhanshu Saxena, would you like to tag him? And every time you say that yes, I want to tag him, it learns that whatever assumptions it has created to identify Sudhanshu Saxena, that were correct. And if you say this is not Sudhanshu Saxena, this is somebody else, then it again checks its assumptions and try to accurate those assumptions. So again, you might have seen the journey of machine in identifying the faces on different social media platforms. The second application which I wanted to talk about is face recognition, and I am sure everyone might have seen this, wherein machine is trying to put in a lot of points on your face, and the basis of the distance of these points, it is trying to identify who is who. Now if you look at the faces of the people, there is only slight difference between your face and my face. Maybe 1 point from a certain from this angle to this angle has been changed, or this angle to this angle has been changed. And if you put in some around say thousands of points on somebody's faces, you can easily identify that person is present or not. No matter you've got the makeup, no matter you've got the beard, no matter you've got some other things, your machines are smart enough nowadays to identify the right person. And you might have seen this application in most of the phones nowadays, and very much similar to that, it also identifies the fingerprints. So you might have seen those fingerprint sensors in most of the places. This is done by machine learning algorithm, and if I just peel it off, it will be a supervised machine learning algorithm, whereas owner is being identified as owner. There is a label on the data, like image data, which you have given to machine, and it is identifying the right owner. Now there is one more application which is very, very popular nowadays on almost all social media platform, which is called as people you may know. And this feature you might get to see in Facebook or on LinkedIn or almost all social media connecting platforms, which basically on the basis of what you do, what is your location, what are your interests, where have you worked, based on all those parameters and how many friends are common, like on that basis it is trying to identify whether you might be you might want to connect with that person, or you might be knowing that person. And this is again a machine learning application, because of which social media is booming like anything. So this is one machine learning algorithm which is making the social media platform so big that lots and lots of people are connecting with each other. Especially I'm talking about the LinkedIn, and then even in Twitter you might see that whom to follow, whom not to follow, or maybe the tweets you may like, and so on and so forth. These are nothing but the applications of machine learning algorithm which is being inbuilt in that application. The most I would say basic and most effective application of machine learning algorithm is email and malware filtering, right? Which is being done by again machine learning based on certain assumptions. It tries to identify whether the email which you've got is spam or not. Even the malwares and the viruses are being identified with a similar pattern, but let's talk about the email spam. So based on certain properties, for example, if this email has been created by a person just 24 hours back, there are more than 100 recipients which are all in BCC. This email is coming from a specific country. This email doesn't have the proper punctuations. It has got a lot of spelling mistakes. This email talks about the finance or account like activities. This email has been the two is not marked in that email. Based on certain properties, it can identify whether this email is a spam email or not. Now you must be wondering, like, this email could not be a spam. This, like, imagine all the participants have marked in BCC. Nobody knows exactly each other, so this means that it's been sent to unknown people. And if it talks about the money related issues, I'm sure you might have received so many spam emails, like you might have won that $50 million or like $500 million lottery in the email. Everybody has won that, I believe. And some people fall in the prey of it, but I would assume that over a period of time your machine learning algorithms are making your system intelligent enough to filter out these emails, and they are going into the spam folder rather than coming into your inbox. The another learning which any email system does is they also give you an option to mark it as spam. So the moment you mark it as spam, it actually create a label that this kind of email, this kind of properties in an email will be considered as an spam emailing. So I should not be putting that into the inbox folder. I should be putting that into a spam folder. So based on the many users recommendations or that this email is a spam email, the next time your email provider will keep that email into the spam, not in the generic inbox thing. The next thing which I'm going to talk about is product recommendation, and this is one of my favorite because you get to see a lot of products are being grouped together. You will get to see a lot of products are being grouped together so that people are encouraged to buy more and more. They are eventually doing the cross selling of the products, wherein a product which is a fast moving product, which is being sold like anything, that product can be aligned with a slow moving product which people might not want to buy. For example, if I need to choose an iPhone, I might be having 12 or 10 variants of the total like iPhones which are possible. So if 1 million people want to buy iPhone, they have only 12 choices. So if they will buy that product, it's a fast moving product, right? Once Apple launches their iPhone, like millions of phones are being sold in 2 days or 2 months or something like that. But everybody has a different choice. You do not have choice of much choices about the phone, how does it look, and if you want to remove the logo, you can't do that. However, for a mobile phone cover, you have ample number of choices. So there are like 2000 ways or 2000 different mobile covers are present. on online, and they are slow moving product. No, not everybody buys a mobile phone cover from the online shopping. So they kind of club it together so that one cover extra can be sold with the fast moving product, which you may or may not buy from online. You may not want to wait for like $2-3 of things like for like 2 days or 3 days, but once your phone is arrived, your cover is also arrived, and you tend to buy the mobile cover for various mobile phones. So you can align a slow moving product with a fast moving product and increase the sales. The next thing, which is very very interesting and very very, I would say, useful, is called online fraud detection. In most of the bank or BFSI industry, they actually rely on machine learning algorithms to find out the frauds which are happening online, and this online fraud needs to be identified in less than 1 second, which is very crucial because no human can do that, because there are millions of transactions which are happening. Only machine can identify the fraud, suspected fraud, I would say, in less than 1 second. And this is very much helpful for the banks because people don't take much time to do the fraud in, like, when it comes to online transactions, or mostly in credit card. Basically, when somebody is doing the transaction on credit card, people do fraud, and this can be identified by machine learning algorithm. Now, if you talk about the healthcare, disease identification and diagnosis is one of the application of machine learning, and it has been observed that machine learning algorithms are able to find out the disease with much more accuracy as compared to the doctors which are practicing for 20 years. So machine learning are actually surpassing the human capabilities right there. So this is one of the features which you might have seen so like in most of the cases. The next thing which is being picked up very recently in like last couple of I would not say couple of years, like in 5-6 years back, is personalized treatment, wherein I'm trying to identify the patterns in the like people who are wearing some gears, like, or some kind of devices which are sending signals to doctors, and they are identifying the patterns, and they will identify that, okay, that this person might have got some kind of disease, and based on this disease, I can before he get a particular disease, I can see the symptom, I can just start give the treatment to that patient, so that he will not fall into the patient category. So basically, if somebody is prone to get a heart attack, I would start seeing the symptoms of that person and start giving them medications immediately. I will call that person, I would say that your blood pressure is high, your blood sugar is high, and then these are the parameters which are high. You should immediately start taking this medicine, otherwise you will get a heart attack. So I can save life with the help of that. And machine learnings are very smart in terms of identifying these disease and these the symptoms. Clinical trial research, machine learning is nowadays being used to minimize the time required for doing the clinical trial research. For a medicine to appear in the market, it takes a lot of time, sometimes even 10 years or 5 years to come up in the market for a particular disease. But with the help of machine learning algorithms, we can reduce this time to 6 months to 1 year or maybe 2 years, which is very much useful for many people who are suffering from the diseases and they do not have enough life left. And then with the help of machine learning, we can save their lives and give them the right treatment. The next machine learning application I wanted to talk about is character recognition, and I'm sure you might have seen some videos where faces are being identified, the number plates are being identified, or characters are being identified, and lots of machine learning algorithms are doing this character recognitions in order to convert the data which is not in digital format. I can pick up this image and convert that into a digital format. So lots of things are happening with machine learning algorithms. I'm sure you might have seen some of them. There are n number of things which are being used in machine learning algorithm, which is like, if I keep on talking about them, probably a day will be less. But I hope you got the idea about machine learning algorithms. All right, so we have understood artificial intelligence, we understood data, big data, we understood machine learning, we also seen machine learning applications, we also seen AI applications. In the upcoming video, I'm going to talk about again, one of the most popular term nowadays, which is called as data science, and we'll uncover the pattern how machine learning, artificial intelligence, and everything is connected with data, even how even analytics is even connected with data science. So far our learning is that machine learning can help us predict various things, and we also know how this machine learning works. So let's see what data science has for us to offer, and I'll see you in the next video. Something very exciting coming up. This would be the last section of the whole tutorial, so I want you to stay tuned with me. I'll see you next.